where we lived for 11 years, Chihuahua, and that's where the dog is from. I personally do not like this type because they're paranoid, they bark a lot. And I've been a resource and teaching pastor of AMI since 2011. However, my involvement with AMI began when I was asked to teach in Vietnam in 2006 and Turkey 2007. I would like to share a personal story of how the Lord used these 2 trips to show the motive of my heart. Check your motive. Our motives are really mixed. That's from my experience. There's a judgment day where God will look at your life. 1 Corinthians 4:5, Paul wrote, therefore judge nothing before the appointed time. Wait until the Lord comes. The Lord comes. That's the end. He will bring to light what is hidden in darkness and will expose the motives of man's heart. At that time, each will receive his praise from God. Yes, we do need to check our motives. One of the clearest moments in my life when God exposed the motive of my heart. So I trained pastors for 10 years in Chihuahua, Mexico. These are Baptist guys. And that man is Pastor Javier. I last saw him 2 years ago. I did a wedding there, a very good friend. So I think it was 2008. Intercambio de púlpito, pulpit exchange, where pastors are randomly chosen to preach at a church that is not his. And then Pastor Javier said, se incluye al hermano Ryan. So you're included. It's an honor. I'm not a Baptist pastor. Now, who preached where is determined by drawing names from a hat. I think after the class, I said to him, Pastor Javier, please remove my name from the draw. He says, ¿por qué? Why? This is the map of Chihuahua. Blinking, that's where I live. Baptist churches, they're all spread out. So if you get a bad draw, you might end up in Ojinaga 3 hours, Parral 2 hours, in San Francisco 3 hours. And these are small churches. So I said to him, I do not want to drive 2-3 hours to go to one of these churches. Thankfully, he didn't ask, would you go if these churches are large and give you a big honorarium? He didn't ask. I came home that day. I was even praying, and I heard somebody telling my conscience, I heard it very clearly, you are willing to fly thousands of miles for more than a day to preach and teach in Vietnam and Turkey, but you won't drive 100 miles to preach here? Did I get that right? I go, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I go, ugh. That's when my motive was checked. So I called him up. Pastor Javier, please put my name back in the pulpit draw. It doesn't end there. And a few days after the draw was completed, he said to me, hey, hermano Ryan. Yes, Pastor Javier. I have good news and bad news. So I said, okay, good news first. What's the good news? You are staying in the city. Oh, that's the good news. So what's the bad news? The bad news is you are preaching at a Baptist church in Zetaso prison. Now, I know that prison because in 2005, people look at that. Is that for prisoners? No. It's for visitors. I went every Friday with a bunch of men from the church, and we eventually planned a new church there in 2006. And I hadn't gone there for about 2.5 years. Once you get there, it takes an hour to get inside and then come outside. It's for a commitment. You only spend an hour with the prisoners. And it is penitentiary. It is shockingly open, that facility. Why is it so bad? It's at 4 p.m., Sunday. You know, Sunday after church, I usually preach. I come home, eat lunch. I'm siesta time. All right, nah. You thought that was over? Once inside, my motive was tested again. So many of those guys, now part of the church, they know me. One particular guy, his name was Senor Mata. What a name, Mata, in imperative form is kill. Senor Mata. So after service, he comes to me. He says, Hermano Ryan, I have not seen you for a long time. So I said, oh, I've been very busy with ministries, teaching pastors. And then Mr. Mata goes, yeah, I know that we're not very important. So I lie. No, you guys are very important. Ustedes son importantes a mí. And then I didn't expect what would come next. Oh yeah, can you come back and preach once a month? My next response, period. And I go, yeah, I'll come. So I started coming once a month for a couple of years. All right, so check your motive. Change your action if necessary. Allow the Holy Spirit to kick those out. So that instead of that, you will settle for goodwill, you will settle for love, you will settle for sincerity.